let's meet our first organisation. And this organisation is Humankind Enterprises. And they use storytelling to connect seniors and young people to improve social cohesion. And here to tell us more is founder and director Sophie Weldon and her co-presenter from Lively, Anna Donaldson. So give these two a big round of applause.
When I was 21, I met an old lady named Patricia who completely changed the course of my life. I had put my hand up as a volunteer to write her life story, and I ended up visiting her each Saturday afternoon for almost 2 years, sitting with her, listening to her stories, recording them and learning from this incredible life that she'd lived. She was such an amazing woman and had lived such a full and fascinating life. But through a range of circumstances, she'd found herself at this point completely isolated and completely alone. So much so that the last time I ever saw her was when I had to say goodbye and walk down the corridor, out the door, knowing as I did so that I was the last truly friendly face she was going to see in her life, and that her last moments in this world were going to be spent alone.
Put your hand up if there's an older person in your life that you care about deeply. I'm a bit emotional because my grandpa's in the room and I care about him deeply. Now put your hand down if you feel that you call and visit them as much as you'd like. Still quite a lot of hands up in the air, but that's not really a surprise, because unfortunately nearly half of older Australians feel alone and isolated, and it's not good for their health and well-being. In fact, isolation is twice as deadly as obesity. So not only are we undervaluing and excluding our older generations, but we're losing them before we should. And with them, their stories, their wisdom, and their life experiences.
And at the same time, we have another huge challenge facing the young people in our community, because youth unemployment is steadily rising, and despite their best efforts, 280,000 young people can't find an employer who'll give them a chance. And that just completely steamrolls their confidence and their sense of self-worth and value, as well as their ongoing employability and career prospects at what's such a critical transition point in their lives.
But what Anna and I both have in common is that we both believe these huge, big problems are actually big opportunities for social transformation.
I run an enterprise called Lively, which trains and employs young job seekers to help older people who want to learn how to get online, to connect with friends and family, to pursue their interests, engage with the community, and access information.
And I am founder of Humankind Enterprises, which uses storytelling as a force for connection. One of the ways that we do this is by recording older people's stories so that they feel truly heard and valued, and providing a copy and archive for their families and their communities to keep.
And so when Soph and I met 6 months or so ago, we realised that it was a complete no-brainer to come together, because by working in partnership, we felt that we could achieve such greater impact than either of us could alone. And so we've actually brought our services together to create a joint program that employs young job seekers to provide help with technology, but also to record the stories of older people on film.
So our joint service offering employs young people to work 1 to 2 days a week in aged care, retirement living, and broader community environments to support older people with story capturing, technology help, and companionship support. We have 8 councils, 5 aged care providers, and 1 retirement village who have already contacted us interested in our program.
And to give you a feel for what that interest actually looks like, we wanted to read an email that we got from one of our council contacts last week, because they say it much better than we possibly could. It reads, "I presented this opportunity to the Golden Oldies group on Tuesday night, and they were all so excited about it. Keith was even punching his fist in the air, he was that excited. I can't tell this stuff. You can't write this stuff. I can't tell you how much interest we've had for it. It's been incredible. So we have people lining up for this opportunity, and the demand for it is only going to grow, because what you may not know is that by 2050, over 25% of our population is going to be over 65. So we're both very committed to building an enterprise that's going to be able to grow and scale and expand to meet this demand over the coming decades.
And Anna and I know firsthand that there's a special kind of magic that emerges when you connect older and younger Australians. And we believe the time is now to better connect, value, and support them in our communities.
So what can all of you here tonight do to help us? Well, in October this month, it's actually Seniors Month, and we want to take that opportunity to launch our technology and storytelling service, employ our first 10 young job seekers to work at a range of technology and story sharing pop-up events, and provide the pool of employees that we'll need to actually move forward and scale this and deliver the service in the community.
But October is coming up really quickly and we need your help to secure the funding. So you can get behind us tonight and you can help us launch our initiative this October.
Every time that one of you donates $150, you can know that you've enabled one older person to get connected online and to have their story recorded and archived, which I'm sure you'll agree is a pretty incredible gift to give.
And tonight, if we can collectively raise $10,000, which would be amazing, we'll be able to employ 10 young people to work with 120 older people this Seniors Month and launch our joint venture initiative.
And lastly, just because what the hell, we may as well get a little bit crazy, and if you all want to go completely nuts and help us out with $50,000, we can actually rapidly accelerate the delivery of this service in a number of community areas that are ready and raring to go. So no matter what the support looks like, either way, you'll be really helping us to open the floodgates on this idea and make sure that we don't leave Keith out there pumping his fist in the air for nothing.
And no matter what happens tonight, no matter what happens, tomorrow, give that older person in your life a call and tell them how much they mean to you. Thank you.